Hey, let's get right into it. We are doing a plank starting from a top of a push-up position on your hands, which I believe is the original plank. I think the original plank is on your hands, and then we modified it and went onto our elbows. So go ahead and do both of them, make it a little more interesting. Last time I just did on my elbows for a minute. This time it's going to be about a minute 45, and I'm going to go from elbows to hands, elbows to hands, and then I'm going to also integrate some leg lifts, whether on my elbows with leg lifts or up on my hands with the leg lifts. So knowing that I could do 145, I think next time I'm probably just going to aim for about 2 minutes here. I want to maintain a straight body position, head to heel. You don't want to have your hips up too high. You don't want to have your hips drop, or you'll be like a suspension bridge, you know, with the hips dropping too low. You want to maintain a nice horizontal position. Again, heel to head, straight body horizontally. Breathe steady. Don't forget breathing, please, and pull your core in. That is drawing your belly button in to help maintain more core stability and more intra-abdominal integration. This was a lot more fun. I'll tell you, I would probably rather do 2 minutes varying the positioning, elbows to hands, lift up the legs, than just doing 1 minute hold on my elbows. I mean, I hate planks as much as, you know, enough already just on my elbow, like right here. I'm not a big fan. I just don't like it. I don't like the exercise. It's not pleasant, you know. So I think that integrating these alternatives make the exercise a little more interesting and a little more dynamic. Again, here I'm doing about a minute 45. Next time I'm going to do about 2 minutes of the different movements. Then I go into what we used to call reverse crunch. We're trying to target the lower abdominals here. You're also going to get some of the hips, because the hip flexors, front top of the hips, are going to want to do a lot of work. You want to try to prevent your hips from doing too much work. You want to try to keep the work on the abdominals. You want to keep your back flat, and then your abdominals pulls up your hips, and then your hips pull up the legs. That's the idea here. I have my leg up. I don't like pushing my head down onto the mat, and I will push on my arms for additional leverage. And I think I'm doing about 20 reps here, 2 sets of 20. This I call the Wheel of Misfortune. It is a great core workout. Also going to work some of the arms and the upper back as well. I'm actually running out of room here. I like doing it on the bench because you see how it lets my feet just dangle naturally, as opposed to being squished if I were on the ground. But I think I'm actually running out of room here. And so I may want to do this on the ground next time so I can reach down, so I can get my chest down low to the ground. I want to get a good reach out there to really maximize the core workout. This is 2 sets of 10 reps push-ups. These are what's called the perfect push-ups. They enable you to do rotations of your hands as you're going up or down. But I'm not a big fan of the rotations, so I just keep them in their spot, but they are comfortable handles to use, 2 sets of 10. I'm still kind of torn on whether or not I like this exercise. I used to do this one with that ball to my left or to your right on the screen. That is the rebound ball. It bounces back. That's a 20-pound ball. The ball I'm using is just a slam ball that just goes down into a thud, 20 pounds. I like the rebound ball a lot, but I always crack it on the concrete, so the guy at the fitness store recommended this ball. I'm not sure I'm so crazy about it. We'll see. We're going against the wall now. We're going to go 2 sets of 10 each direction. Throwing here to my right, and unfortunately this ball is cracked, so I want to get another ball. I want to do this. I don't want to focus on a cracked ball, you know what I mean? 2 sets of 10 on this twist, and you want to pull your core in and bend your legs so that your back doesn't work. You know, when it comes to your back working, make sure you're doing it intentionally, not unintentional back workout. Now we have a ball bounce off the wall with a squat, 2 sets of 10 here. Exhale as you go up, inhale down, exhale as you go up, inhale down, and maintain good posture on those squats and drop your hips down to the level of your knee on the squat. This is a very fun one to do. I really do like this 2 sets of 10 on 20-pound ball. I wanted to show how I got the rope over the limb of a sturdy tree. This is about a 15-pound rope I just had cut at the hardware store. And then I hang from it, do some pulls with good posture, chest up, shoulders back, chin up. The more horizontal your body is, the more difficult it is. In other words, the closer your feet are to the tree, the harder it is. If you're very strong and you can support your body weight and hang on tight, you can go ahead and put your feet up on the tree, and that's going to give you a greater pull against gravity. Otherwise, keep your feet on the ground, just keep them close to the tree. 2 sets of 10, good posture, chest up, shoulder blades back. Kettlebell swing is the mother of all kettlebell exercises. I don't think I do a great job demonstrating here, but the idea is that forward hip thrust initiates the momentum, which gives the power to pick that weight up above your head. Once you're at the top, you want to tighten up everything. Right there, you want to maintain a tight core, pull your belly button in, squeeze the glutes. Hell, go ahead and straighten out your legs and lock in your quads at the very top of the movement. So I'm gonna do this one better next time. I'm gonna pause on top, and I'm gonna try to see if I can show you how the hip thrust is the initiator of this movement. But this is, I think I did 2 sets of 15 here on the kettlebell swing. I would need to go heavier weight to do 10 reps. Otherwise, I think for this weight, I'm doing 2 sets of 15, I think. Anyway, make sure you don't use your lower back. Make sure you keep it in the hips. Kettlebell swing. I really like this exercise a lot. It is a squat with an overhead press. Now, the way I did this last time, if you remember my last workout video, I think I sacrificed the squat because I put the kettlebell down onto the ground in between each rep right there. I put it on the ground and pulled it back up into the racked position. But I think by doing so, I was actually not allowing for a good squat. So you want to get a good solid squat on here. So I turn this into a 3-movement exercise as opposed to a 2-movement exercise as opposed to a 3-movement exercise. So just a squat and then a press. And I like to keep my arm out. I feel it helps to balance. I do like that arm action there on the opposing arm. I think it helps for some sort of counterbalance. And you're going to inhale, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. And I do 2 sets of 10 each arm, and then the legs end up getting 4 sets here. So the arms get 2 each, and then the legs get 4 sets themselves. This one I really do enjoy. You're going the kettlebell around you clockwise, and then you're going to go counterclockwise. I do 2 sets of 10. This is a 30-pound kettlebell. Maintain good posture. Keep your shoulders back and your chin up. You don't want the weight to drag you down. Now, one thing I'm noticing here is that I think I'd want to be a little narrower next time I do this on my feet, narrower stance. And you'll see, because you're going to notice on the next exercise that this one leads into, I'm going to want to go with a wider stance. So I'm going to go narrower and then wider. See right there? Because I'm going to do this other one where I go behind me, then I throw over the shoulder. I switch behind me, then go over the shoulder. Now the idea is that the body's core both initiates the movement, but also stabilizes and defends against the momentum of the movement. So it is an initiator and a stabilizer. So the hips are telling the arms to swing the weight, and then the weight is going over your shoulder. Then the opposing arm is preventing the weight from going over your shoulder. Kind of complex when you think about it, but all you're doing is just switching the weight behind you, then throwing it over your shoulder, but not exactly throwing it over your shoulder. I think I do 20 reps, that's 10 each direction, 2 sets with a wide stance. And I really do enjoy this exercise, but I'm not going to be in a hurry to go up in weight just yet, even though I might be able to handle greater weight. Give myself something to look forward to. These reverse, what do I call these, rear step or back step lunges are always my go-to. I could probably slow down here, make this a little bit harder, maybe add some weight to myself, maybe add some weights to my hands, or maybe a weighted belt. I do have a weighted belt. I'm not that crazy about weighted vests because I feel that they kind of inhibit lung expansion. It seems anyway, or the ones that I've used anyway. So, but when it comes to giving exercise, you don't necessarily just want to add more reps, because then adding more reps is going to add more time, and who has more time? So therefore, try to make the exercise harder by either reducing the rest periods or just going slower during the movement or adding some weight to yourself. But make the existing rep number harder rather than just starting to add more weight to yourself, or just adding more reps rather. Same thing here with these step-ups. I don't just necessarily want to add more reps, that's going to take more time, so I may want to add some more weight to myself, either holding some weights in my hands or doing a weighted belt or a weighted vest, whatever I'm comfortable with. 2 sets of 10 on each leg, and I think this is about roughly a 18-inch bench. Make sure if you do this on anything that it's a real stable surface. You know, if you're going to step up on something, just make sure that it's something stable. You know, even a wooden bench in a park may not be able to support a person standing on it. You know, so this is a nice cement bench, very stable. So just make sure that you're always careful. You know, safety is a big concern of mine. Safety is a priority of mine. So make sure that you always stay safe so that you don't get hurt, so that you can always come back and work out again and maintain consistency, which to me is one of the #1 items in a fitness program, is consistency over a lifetime. I really enjoy working the rear shoulder because I feel like the front shoulder gets worked plenty, as you've seen already in this video. So I like to do some rear shoulder work, legs bent here. I'm going to involve some calves, so I'm going to have my heels come up a little bit and, of course, draw in my core that is pulling in the belly button. I don't do much lateral head movement because I figure that the lateral head of the deltoid gets plenty work from stuff like this for the rear shoulder, or the front shoulder is going to get some collateral work, collateral for the lateral, if that makes sense. So I usually focus on front shoulder and rear shoulder for the deltoids, and I've had a pretty good luck developing deltoids over my lifetime. Now we got the ankle weights on, and these are 10 pounds each. I think I'm doing 20 reps here for the inner thigh. It's not the greatest way to do the inner thigh, but if you don't have an adductor machine like you do in the gym, well, our options are kind of limited. Now, because the hip is a ball and socket joint, I do like to do some rotations. We don't get a lot of rotations in a lot of our workout movements. So while I have the ankle weights on and while the legs are up in the air, I do add the rotations with ankle weights. I think I do a couple of sets of 10 or 15. Now, while I have the ankle weights on, I want to do as much as I can. So this is a butt lift. And unlike last time where I alternated my legs, I think I did right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. I think that kind of opened me up to going too fast. And I want to maintain focus here and maintain a good speed, not go too fast. Remember, when you're working against gravity, the gravity is going to want to pull you back down to the earth with those weights on your legs. So make sure that you resist, come down slowly, and really give that butt a good workout. I think I do 2 sets of 10 each leg. I'm not alternating now, one leg at a time to allow for focus and proper speed. Also want to have that leg straight that you're lifting. The leg that's swinging is going to be straight. The leg you're standing on can be slightly bent. We're going to wrap it up here. Oh, yeah, almost done here. So this is a hamstring curl, and like last time, I did alternating legs. This time, I'm not doing alternating legs. I thought I was going too fast. One thing I noticed about myself was once I start to fatigue, I start to go faster to try to get it over with. Don't get wrapped up in that. Maintain proper form, maintain proper speed. Don't be in a hurry. Really savor every repetition and maximize every repetition. So here, you want to not go too fast and maintain speed and order, 10 each leg. While I have the ankle weights on, I figured I'd go ahead and try a side leg lift. This would be called in the gym abduction, hip abduction. You see have the machines in the gym. We don't have a machine here. We just have the ankle weights. 2 sets of 10, right leg, left leg for hip raises. And again, maintain your speed, draw in your core, and make sure you breathe steady along with the movement. I think this is the end of the workout. So yeah, that was it. Ankle weights finishing up. And here's a goodbye from me. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I did a few things differently than last time, and I'll point those out when I do some narration over the video. I did do one extra exercise that I wasn't able to get onto the video because I'm running out of light, and the place where I do them, the calf raises, it's really getting dark over there. So ran out of light. Otherwise, there was one more thing I wanted to add to the workout. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and there will be more to come. See you next time.